Have you ever felt that kind of electrifying tingle, that feeling like you're right on the edge of something huge?
Yeah, like for yourself or maybe even something bigger, something collective.
Exactly. Or maybe it's just that really strong urge to finally truly express who you are, without holding back.
It's like your old skin suddenly feels a bit, well, a bit too tight. And you just know a big shift isn't just possible, it's actually needed.
Yes. That feeling, being on the cusp, needing to shed the old,
Yeah.
that's exactly what we're diving into today.
Okay.
Our sources are pointing to a specific cosmic event.
Yeah.
It's the new moon of sovereignty on July 24th, 2025.
Right.
And they say it's a really powerful catalyst for exactly that kind of transformation,
Hmm.
personally and maybe even societally.
In this deep dive, it's drawing on some really fascinating stuff from the lion's roar, a new moon of sovereignty.
Mhm.
That includes the astrology of the day for 24 July 2025. And we've also got this amazing story called The Seed of the Roaring Star, an alternate myth of the first new moon of sovereignty.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, both are from Tarot by High C. You can check them out at tarotbyhic.net.
Great. So our mission today really is to unpack how this alignment might kick off what the sources call a period of death and rebirth.
In terms of personal sovereignty and creative authority.
Exactly, like a guide to leveling up through self-discovery, becoming your ideal self, especially if you're feeling stuck or resistant to change. So, yeah, let's get into it.
What's really compelling about this date, July 24th, 2025, is that the sources don't just treat it like another day.
Right.
It's marked as this profoundly potent moment for, well, personal sovereignty, a time to level up, as you said, through some deep self-discovery.
Okay.
It suggests that, real progress is possible if we can get past that resistance to evolving. It sounds like more than just a small adjustment.
Definitely sounds like a major shift. And at the heart of it all is the new moon in Leo.
Right.
Now, any new moon is like a blank slate, a fresh start. But in Leo,
Okay.
the sources say it's a specific invitation to create the self you're really looking for.
Ah, okay. So it's active creation.
Yeah, exactly. It's about expressing your most authentic self, they call it your authentic frequency, without, fearing rejection.
Mm.
This moon phase really seems to champion joy, play, and that sovereign creation vibe for dynamic new beginnings.
I like that. Joy and play.
Me too. And the advice is pretty striking. Set goals that reflect who you are now, not who you were trying to impress last year. That feels like a big internal shift, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. That really hits home. And this lunation, this new moon, it gives this fresh surge of momentum.
Right.
It's described as a moment to plant new seeds of self-leadership, to activate our creative, courageous, and unapologetic cosmic power. That's quite a phrase.
It really is. Unapologetic cosmic power.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the idea is that our actions now aren't just for the moment. They could potentially redefine our own path and maybe even the bigger picture for years.
It's high stakes then.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about planting a seed of self-reinvention that's so potent it roars unapologetic self-worth. That's the image they use.
A roaring seed. I
Yeah.
love it. But it's not just wild dreaming, is it? Because the astrology seems quite grounded too.
That's right. There's balance. We see the sun trine Saturn.
Okay, and a trine is
Those-
harmonious, right? It's supportive.
Exactly, a flowing connection. So sun trine Saturn helps us see ourselves more realistically. It encourages, sensible decisions, advocating for others, practicing our strengths.
Grounding the dreams in reality.
Pretty much. Ground tomorrow's dreams in today's practical foundation, as the source puts it.
Okay, that makes sense.
But what's really cool is that alongside Saturn's practicality, the sun also trines Neptune.
Ah, Neptune. So that brings in the vision, the magic.
Precisely. Vision and magic. This aspect helps dissolve those boundaries between what we think is possible and what feels impossible.
Yeah.
It helps us really see our ideal self and then take actual steps towards becoming them. So it's dreaming with a roadmap.
Dreaming with a roadmap. I like that.
Yeah.
So, okay, how do we actually do this self-reinvention? What's the how?
Well, the sources point to another key alignment. The new moon in Leo is trining Saturn, which is retrograde, or RX.
Okay, retrograde Saturn.
And it's also connected to Neptune. So that combo brings both structure and spiritual vision.
Structure and vision together. That sounds powerful.
It is. Neptune gives the inspiration, the imagination. But Saturn, even retrograde, provides the disciplined follow-through. Retrograde often means revisiting, refining.
Ah, so rebuilding foundations, maybe? from a deeper place.
Exactly. Reevaluating and rebuilding. This whole setup makes it easier to stay grounded, take charge, focus our intentions.
Okay.
And it also helps connect with our high hearts, increasing compassion, boosting intuition, imagination, strengthening our ability to really embody our soul.
Embodying our soul.
Yeah.
So bringing the spiritual into the practical.
You got it. Bringing those big insights into everyday action.
And then there's Uranus in the mix too, right?
Yeah.
That sounds exciting.
Oh yeah, this is where it gets really dynamic. The new moon in Leo is also sextile Uranus.
Sextile, another supportive aspect.
Yeah.
Like an opportunity.
Exactly. Opportunities, ease. This alignment is described as bringing sparks of genius.
Sparks of genius, okay.
And accelerating breakthroughs, not just for us personally, but in things like technology, education, how we talk to each other collectively.
Wow, so this isn't just personal growth. It has ripple effects.
Big time. The sources say look out for sudden announcements, innovative ideas, quantum leaps, things that feel maybe disruptive, but also really exhilarating.
Okay, disruptive but exhilarating. Got it.
And the call to action is clear. Take creative risks, be open to new ideas, speak your authentic truth, be bold.
Bold, okay. But with all this powerful energy, surely there are challenges too. Things to watch out for.
Absolutely. And the sources are clear on this. They highlight the new moon in Leo being opposite Pluto RX.
Opposite Pluto. Okay, opposition usually means tension, right? Confrontation.
It can, yeah. And in this case, it's described as foreshadowing a major event on the horizon.
A major event, like what?
Something with the potential to reshape the political, economic, social landscape, potentially overnight. The source says power structures tremble, old hierarchies either evolve or crumble.
Whoa, that's intense. Evolve or crumble?
It is, and personally, this Pluto opposition pushes us towards radical self-honesty.
About what?
About where we still give away our power, where we outsource our authority. It forces a choice.
What choice?
Choosing heart-driven authenticity over needing external validation. It's that moment of truth. Challenging, maybe, but potentially really freeing.
That makes sense. Getting real about our own power.
Exactly. But it's also crucial to remember the potential shadow side of all this potent Leo energy.
Ah, right. Every sign has its challenging.
For sure. And the source is impartial here, warning about things like arrogance, childish behaviors, a tendency to over-dramatize to gain attention.
Okay, the drama potential.
Yeah, and a need to dominate, or even using that roaring sound to intimidate and control rather than empower.
So self-awareness is key then. Managing that powerful energy.
Absolutely. Self-mastery is crucial during times like these.
Okay. Now, to really bring all this cosmic stuff down to Earth, our sources include this amazing alternate myth.
Ah, yes, the seed of the roaring star.
Exactly. It apparently sets the scene in the 5th age of Solaris,
Yeah.
where there was this great silence over the world.
But not a peaceful silence?
No, the source says it was the kind born from too many voices stifled for too long. Can you paint that picture for us? What was this world like?
Yeah, imagine this society run by ruling technarchs in a place called Aurelia, and they'd basically replace soul with simulation.
Yeah, replace soul with simulation.
Yeah, emotion wasn't just felt, it was treated like currency, something curated, broadcast, almost like a performance you had to get approved.
Chilling.
And originality, considered too dangerous to measure, it had been quietly outlawed generations before, so just this deep conformity, genuine self-expression, pretty much erased.
That sounds incredibly oppressive. But the story says even in that silence, something started stirring.
It did. Far across the dunes of the Luminous South, a whisper had begun.
Okay.
Not like a loud protest, but deeper. A frequency the pulse felt in the bones, not heard. And it called out to those whose hearts hadn't been totally hardened by conformity.
That feels like that spark of awakening we talked about earlier, that inner knowing.
Exactly. And into this quiet world comes Lyra Solara, a young visionary.
Lyra Solara.
So she's out in the dreaming wastes and gets this powerful dream from the Lion of Fire.
The Line of Fire, like Leo.
Very much so. And the lion did not speak, it roared. But the roar wasn't just noise, it was a map made of sound. A call to rise, to lead, to create without apology.
Create without apology. There it is again.
Right. And when Lyra woke up, her hands were glowing, and she felt just one word burning inside her.
Begin.
Begin. Wow. Just pure instinctive action.
That's it. That inner call.
That moment, begin burning in her chest. It perfectly mirrors that new moon message for us, doesn't it? Planting those seeds of self-leadership. So what did she do? What was her begin? She travels to the crater of echoes, and there she plants this really unique seed.
Okay.
Not like a normal seed. It was a luminous orb spun from her voice, her scars, and her untold dreams. This, the myth says, was the seed of self-reinvention.
Wow. Spun from her voice, scars, and dreams. That's embracing everything, isn't it? The light and the shadow.
Absolutely. It ties right back to that choice. Heart-driven authenticity over what others expect. She planted her whole truth.
So what happened when she planted this seed of self-reinvention?
Something incredible. From the seed rose a tower made not of stone but story.
A tower of story.
Yeah, each level was like a living layer of who she was. Flawed, bold, radiant. It says her mistakes became balconies, her truths stained glass, her laughter wind chimes ringing in the new wind.
Oh, that's beautiful. What a powerful image for owning your whole self, your authentic frequency. Every part makes the structure stronger, more beautiful.
It really is. And this act, this simple sovereign act by Lyra, it sent out ripples, waves across nations.
Like the collective shifts we talked about.
Exactly. The source gives examples. Architects started tossing blueprints and just painting in the air. Kids reprogrammed teaching bots to sing real songs. Elders who hadn't danced in ages started teaching forgotten steps.
Amazing.
And back in the halls of those technarchs, the ones who loved control, cracks began to appear in their certainty. It mirrors that new moon sextile Uranus vibe, those sparks of genius rippling out.
But the myth acknowledges the difficulty too, right? Not everyone was thrilled.
Definitely not. It says not all welcomed this change. Some people, maybe those drunk on control, they used roar as intimidation.
Ah, the shadow side again.
Yep, leading to theatrics and chaos. Just like the potential negative bits of Leo energy we discussed dominating, using the roar to intimidate.
But the myth shows a way through the chaos.
It does. It says Saturn's discipline stitched scaffolding to Neptune's wild visions.
Saturn and Neptune again. Structure and vision.
Exactly. Allowing the leaders of this new wave to balance soul and strategy. It perfectly shows that astrological idea of grounding the big vision in practical steps, using discipline with inspiration to navigate the disruption.
So what happened to the society? Did it completely transform?
It sounds like it underwent huge changes. Old markets failed, but new things rose up. Guilds of vision and commons of truth. Places where innovation just bloomed.
Guilds of vision, commons of truth. I like the sound of that.
Me too. And education apparently evolved overnight. It got infused with play, magic, fierce inquiry. New technologies popped up, powered by resonance, not extraction.
Resonance, not extraction. That feels deeply relevant now. It ties back to those accelerating breakthroughs in the astrology.
It really does, but maybe the biggest shift, according to the myth, was internal.
Okay.
People no longer looked up to be told who to be. They looked inward and then out, through a lens of courage, curiosity, and compassion.
Ah. So the external changes followed an internal shift.
Precisely. Authenticity became the true authority. Sovereignty, the shared song. Individual self-reinvention leading to a collective change in values.
That's incredibly hopeful. And as our source beautifully puts it, it was not the end.
Yeah.
It was the first day of the new moon of becoming, and the lion had only just begun to roar.
Yeah. So summing it all up, these potent astrological energies around July 24th, 2025, and the wisdom from this really evocative myth.
Right.
They point to a truly pivotal moment, a time to embrace your authentic power and, kickstart some profound, lasting change in your life.
So given this powerful new moon of becoming and that idea that the lion had only just begun to roar, maybe the question for you listening is, what aspect of your authentic frequency are you ready to turn up the volume on?
Yeah. And what personal seed of self-reinvention will you choose to plant today?